So in my 20s, I was pretty successful, became a millionaire, became a multimillionaire. And the rule is when you have $1 million, what do? Travel the world? No, you make $2 million.
Right.
So it was
It's
just
that achievement mindset coming back, like it's never enough. It's not about that goal, it's about the next goal,
That's right. I mean, once you do it, your brain just goes, okay, now what? What do we do now?
Right.
And so it was constant achievement. And that was a theme throughout my life, achievement in academics and sports and then finances. And I was building a little empire. I had started collecting these houses, and I would remodel one home, then I'd do two, and before you knew it, I was doing 10 a year, and then we got to the point where we were doing 100 homes a year. And so it was in the western suburbs of Chicago, that we were kind of known for. That's what we did. And so it was a company I owned, and we did really well with it. And the financial collapse of 2008 happens. And I didn't bat an eye. I mean, we kept sailing right through it. I had a lot of retained earnings. In some ways, it was enhanced what I was doing. But eventually, that tidal wave hit our community bank and blew up our world. And so I really had to go through a really hard process of unwinding that business. And that began the process of self-reflection.
Sure.
Because so much of my identity and my ego was wrapped up in the success, was wrapped up in my business.
Right. So you were focusing more on the things that you could get as opposed to this initial idea of I just want to be free.
Freedom was great, but it quickly transcended into trophies. I call them trophies. So you got the trophy McMansion house with more bedrooms. I'm one person. I had all these bedrooms that nobody slept in. Then you have the super car that you only drive once in a while. Then you have the other car. And then you have the super car. And then before you know it, I have all these cars that I don't drive that much, and this giant house that I work out of, but that's all I do.
Right.
And so it became this, these treasures that were fleeting. And I really had to do a look at myself when things outside of my control collapsed. And I had to look at, I couldn't control that change, right? I'm one person, I can't control the macro economy. It's like today, if you owned a restaurant, you didn't do anything wrong if you're out of business right now. Right. And so some of these things happen in the economy over and over and over again. We've seen this time and time again now. So I was wrapped up with my identity in the outward. And I really needed to connect back to the inward. And the guy who wanted that freedom was now the guy who was just kind of collecting toys and trophies. And it was a little bit silly, but I realized through the process that the things you own can end up owning you.